Baton Rouge Locals Only. Baton Rouge Locals Only. Baton Rouge Locals Only.
A weekly half-hour exploration and celebration of the music, the people, and the goings-on in Baton Rouge. I'm your tour guide and host, Cindy Wonderful. Thank you for tuning in this Thursday evening. Tonight joining me we have very special guest, singer, songwriter, and sax player Scosax, and from a band named Hycoriii we have Chris Plain. Thank you so much for talking with me tonight. For those of you who have been listening to the show for a while, you've heard a band named Hycoriii a few times. I discovered them on Bandcamp and went down a real rabbit hole following their music, and since then I have heard them pop up in many collaborations, from Glee Set Fade to One Life Mike to Doobie Man. It is a pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining me. I'm a big fan. Chris Plain, I was wondering if you could explain the origin of the name and the spelling of a band named Hycoriii, because if you're just listening, you might not guess that a band named Hycoriii is actually spelled Hycoriii. What is that about?
Okay, so I'll give you a real scoop. It's actually like the three eyes represent like a perspective. So if you're familiar with like ancient Kemet and like Egypt and like how they always have like the triangle with the eye in between it, it's like the mind's eye. But the real meaning behind a band named Hycoriii, like hickory wood, you know, you burn wood in the fire. So basically the hickory part is keeping your fire lit, keeping the fire lit, whether that be like love, inspiration, optimism, life. That's what the hickory portion represents. And the band it's not really like a band on the music sense. It's more of like a band of like a wedding band or a band of holding things together. Yeah.
So you are married to Jazz, the other half of a band named Hycoriii?
Most definitely.
And was your band born out of the marriage, or were you making music before you got married, or how did that band come together?
Okay, so the band was born out of our relationship, not the marriage, more so just how we met. And we realized that we both were talented in making music. I was making music prior, like recording as a recording artist prior, and when we hooked up, I started hearing her sound, and I started figuring out that our sounds matched pretty well. My content, her ability to catch pockets and come up with melodies, and I was like, well, we have something here. We can either be individual artists who make music together, or we can become a collective. And we decided to become a collective.
And I'm so glad you did. So let's start it off with one of your songs. What have you got for us tonight?
One that you haven't already played, Colorblind. It's a snippet, but it's a version of the song that we think that people will enjoy. It's a song about seeing people's true colors and them showing you really who they are. And that's the whole play on Colorblind. That's an increase on the pocket change. Like I had you grow up in my wallet. See what is in the mind, I can like it. That's mine, so I got it. Yeah. See, it's mine, so I got it.
You are listening to Baton Rouge Locals Only. We are here tonight with Chris Plain from a band named Hycoriii. That was their song, Colorblind. One of the fun things about having guests on the show is getting exposed to new music. Chris has been kind enough to bring his own selection of music for us tonight, and I'm excited to hear it. What do you have next for us?
Desean, and the name of the song is Tell Me Where You Been. His music makes us happy, and just like the music, just a complete fan.
All right.
Okay, party people in the house. This girl named Molly, met her at a party. Used to date my brody, always drinking like a hobby. Short little cutie, had a little booty. Picked up anytime I called her, turn up on a Tuesday. Love my mama solid, never met nobody. Make me feel connected even though we met on Friday. Best friend you could think of, damn I need to see her. Never tried to fuck because I knew that was my and then there was Desean, she always telling me her problems. I be driving, cruising while she rolling trees up. All I do is vent her, side spot how I should have. Spent it back on all the nights we were on campus. Left me feeling hollow, hard as heck to follow. Thought you never leave me, it's the hardest pill to swallow. I done got the message, I done learned my lesson. Baby, please pick up the phone and answer all my questions. Tell me where you been. Used to be my friend. Now we fell apart, and I don't know where to start. Tell me where you been. Tell me where you been. Used to be my friend. Used to be my friend. Now we fell apart. Now we fell apart, and I don't know where to start. Knew a girl named Lily, chocolate and so pretty. Born out in the country, went to college in the city. Tried to give up my all, cried into my eyes ball. Said she needed time and I'm still waiting on that phone call. Used to drink that end off, but I'm kinda pissed off. We no longer talking, I ain't hurt, but that's some shit, dawg. Wish it could've worked out. Ball is in your court now. If you ever need me, I'll be there, just rest assured now. Can't forget about Lakeisha, she shines just like a fairy. She came through at my weakest, the type you wanna marry. Anytime she come around, she just brighten up my day, and I feel right at home with every word she gotta say. Ooh, then I was a scooter, ain't nobody cooler. Never told her how I felt, I didn't wanna lose her. If I would've said it, then one day she'd say it back. But I can't run myself crazy, we not on the same track. Tell me where you been. Used to be my friend. Now we fell apart, and I don't know where to start. Tell me where you been. Tell me where you been. Used to be my friend. Used to be my friend. Now we fell apart. Now we fell apart, and I don't know where to start. Where to start.
That was Desean with Tell Me Where You've Been. You are listening to Baton Rouge Locals Only. We are hanging out tonight with Chris Plain, playing us some of his local favorite music. I was digging that track. And his group, a band named Hycoriii, I find is music you can get into, just vibing to, not even thinking. But if you're like me, listeners, and you like lyrics and content, there's many layers to their songs. So while you're here, Chris, I'd love to play more of your music and hear about the concepts behind it.
Okay, the record that I'll play now is a record that's a part of the Language installments. We're releasing weekly installments under the umbrella of the name Language. Language is basically a language communicated through butterfly souls. It's the language of the youth. The monarch butterfly is kind of like a symbol that resonates with us because the plant that they sip from and they drink from is toxic. And the fact that it's toxic, the color that they have, that orange and black color that they have, actually helps them in nature. So it's basically like how something can be bad for you, but can also be good. The butterfly souls is people who have been poisoned and have been oppressed. They taking that and actually making something good out of it. So we're releasing these installments weekly the next 6 months.
Where can they find that?
SoundCloud. You can find all those installments on SoundCloud. And it's a really sensual record about trying to hold together something that you're not equipped with the emotional knowledge or the understanding of another human being, and just working together and working through it and understanding that communication is key. This is actually the first record. It's called Drip, Drip.
I start from the beginning like the cliche of the beginning of every line. My mind was somewhere time decided not to find in a place where what was cited most likely was unreal. And my hands on your skin was not a soft feel. All apologies for no reason, just to do it again. And here I am, not your lover nor your friend. Here I am defining words that saw no meaning, but I continue as if I'm grateful for the weekend. Twisted ankles and sore thumbs, you would never understand. That's the fun, that's the pun. You would never understand. Where's my gun and you run and I'm shine. And all is well like your eyes in the morning light. Twisted symphonies of a pillow side. Rested visions and silk interests. Love me longer. Love me longer. Love me longer.
I'ma go longer than you know, like a boat as it floats down the stream. Life is but a dream, Coretta to the king, fingers through the rings. And I know the season change, but I'll be damned if you leave. Now let me stimulate your mind, so damn you fine. Erect your spine, you know your curves are so divine. Don't let me lose you in design. Pay attention to the signs. It's a team effort, watch you whine and then I stroke. Take my time and I go slow. You remind me I'm the goal. As you step up to my pole, I could be your right devote. You go higher every note, I hear the melodies in your moan. Fucking up that beat like the treetop legs, we call it a D9. Asphalt, that's just how we rock. Let you be Bobby, not the D-spot. When I beat it up again, that's a rewrite. You will never find another lover, cause you's a mouth and I'm a mouth.
That was a band named Hycoriii from the Language installments. We are here with Chris Plain, blessing us with the musical gems. What else have you got for us tonight?
It's a record that I want to play by Radical Ray. He's actually the other member of Philanthropist. Philanthropist is a rap collective, super alternative. We break all the rules, but it's super positive too. And it's a record that he has by the name of Kurt Angle.
I'm sitting in the back, watching my back, paranoid high, feeling like the man, pinky ring saber on my wrist, Kurt Angle. I'm at it again, on my own island, yeah. Keep your shit over there, babe on the underwear, bricks and bombs out of wear, gloves and goggles like a scare. Yeah, red rays, sometimes I get sick of myself. I want that life that come with wealth, I want that power and respect, and everything that come with that. Yeah. Work hard for it, chap. Nothing easy come with life. Bet that up. Get rich or die trying. Money mountain. I'ma climb it and little tell about it. This shit is not televised. No cameras. No angles. No angle. I open the box full of angels. To get all of you that came with you. Round table food. So gnarly gang in these good fellas. Chase the paper like fetching. Experience points for the lessons. Hands hands down, no question. Yeah, all I need is you, queen. Help me build a decimal. I gotta stay healthy. I need vegetables. Is weed vegetables? What's plentiful? I want old money. I need gold money. We're stuck here in space and time. There's nothing here but what is mine. I'm sitting in the back, watching my backs. Paranoid, high, feeling like the man. Pinky ring saber on my wrist, skirt angle. I'm at it again. On my own island, yeah. Keep your fish over there, babe. On the underwear. Rich and vibes out of wear. Gloves and goggles like a scare. Yeah, red rays. Sometimes I get sick of myself. I want that like the Commonwealth. I want the power and respect and everything that come with that. Yeah, yeah.
Baton Rouge Locals Only. We are here with Chris Plain tonight, and you brought a friend with you. Welcome, Scosax. What are you going to play for us tonight?
I have a new album that's following up off of the Street Bop 2 album on the internet. It's not out just yet, so you're going to be the first to actually hear it. It's a real smooth jazz tune called Afternoon Walk.
That was Scosax, Scosax. Check him out at scosax.com to find out more info. He also has a gospel project you can hear there. See music videos. Are you playing live anywhere soon?
Man, you can catch us at Henry Turner's listening room. We're going to showcase our show, do some live streaming there. It's going to be February 9th, Scosax 4th Dimension.
How do you and Chris Plain know each other?
Man, that goes back. So you know, you can look forward to something happening between the two of us real soon. We started cooking something in the gumbo pot. You want some hot sax? Holla at Scosax, right?
And Chris, if we're looking for your projects, I know about Bandcamp, but where else could we find you?
If you want to find a band named Hycoriii, we do have separate IG accounts. Mine is Chris Plain, Chris with an X, HRIIIS, Plain, PLAIN. You can find Jazz at Sunflower Plain on Instagram. Sunflower is spelled just how you think sunflower is spelled, nothing extra. And Plain, super normal. You'll find us there, and you can find us on Bandcamp.
And YouTube.
And
I know you got
YouTube.
some YouTube videos out there too.
Yeah, we have a YouTube video coming out January 31st.
That's exciting. That's tonight. What is it?
Magnolia is a record that's a part of Gypsy and Nomad. The EP Magnolia is a very pivotal song on the project. It's a metaphor for just marriage and understanding one another, and like when you come from something broken, how you realize that each person has those pieces. You just gotta figure out and fidget and jigsaw with the pieces until they all fit, and you realize you have a big perfect picture.
All right, well, I think we ought to play it. This is Magnolia from a band named Hycoriii.
Not that much for me to do. Thought it would be easier loving you. Said I say my goodbyes and let it walk away. On a trail of oblivion, forgiving what never was. Oh baby, the rush on us to be something we had not been taught to be. Convincing the ocean that it's the sea. It can't be peace. Stay up and see. What's the love to leave? What's the love? What's the love?
Break down and cry. Say if I never see that joy and love in your eyes, and you mean the world to me, and I can't just leave this earth without giving you all the love that you need. Fight for your rights. I'll be that sacrifice, so you can live right down.
I can be whatever you've been dreaming of. Dress me up in black, dress me up nice, and take your time. If you feel you got the heart, if you feel you got the mic, then stand here.
That was Magnolia from a band named Hycoriii. YouTube video dropping tonight. Go check that out. But where can people go to check you out live?
We have a show February 4th at 4 p.m. At Vegan Friendly Food.
Oh, I've been
Yeah.
wanting to check that out. You guys are playing that?
Yeah, we're playing that on February 4th. The first 20 people get free stones, free crystals. Artificial is the name of the showcase. We're playing on the 24th of February at Ruffin's Daiquiris downtown. That's a spot that's becoming very popular for shows. They have a nice stage. And the name of that show is called Melatonin. That show starts at 8:30. And it's a lot of dope artists.
Yeah, and I looked at the Facebook for Ruffins, and it looks like a super fun spot. Speaking of fun, I really enjoyed having you. Thank you, Scosax. Thank you, Chris Plain, for picking out the music tonight and for giving us the story behind some of your songs. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have
Thank
a
you.
pleasure. I mean, have a great night. Have pleasure. I mean, it's
Have
never
a
bad
pleasurably great night. Yes, yes, that's
Pleasure's
what's up.
never a bad idea, but it's been my pleasure.
Mine as well.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Now, before we wrap up this episode tonight, we have a very special caller from Chronic Healers of Baton Rouge, Misa Naderi. He's going to tell us about some upcoming events. But before we get into the events, can you tell us a little bit about what chronic healing is?
Chronic healing is a no-touch alternative healing modality. It's not just a healing modality. It is way more than that. You can apply it minute by minute in your life if you understand how the chakras work, controlling your emotions, controlling your focus, even talking to people, how to influence people and how to emotionally affect people. It becomes so much easier because you understand their energy movement, you understand your energy movement, and you can communicate with your surroundings on an energetic level rather than reaction. You can actually affect things on a deeper level and understand things on a deeper level. It can become a way of life. The way you think will change dramatically after you understand these laws of the universe that were not taught to you. These laws can be used not just for healing other people's pain, but most importantly to create a high-performance human experience.
So look, when I first discovered chronic healing, I thought it was a hoax or a placebo effect. I was skeptical of the crystal wand, but then I started meeting people like Pat Cole or Richard Gordon, someone with a scientific background who seems to be winning at life, healthy, prosperous, and I thought, okay, I'd like to find out more about this. Where could I do that?
So on February 1st, I am teaching a class on meditation. For people who have difficulty meditating, it's at the Red Shoes, 6:30 p.m. On February 6th, I teach an introductory course to pranic healing at Indigo Spiritual Center, 6:30 p.m. February 8th, February 9th, Master Stephen Co. is coming to teach pranic crystal healing and the spiritual essence of man. In order to take these classes, a person needs to be at least a pranic healer level 1. For the public, Master Stephen Co. has been kind enough to also offer a short talk on February 7th evening at the Unity Church. Anyone can go there and listen to that talk. On March 9th and 10th, we are teaching pranic healing level 1. Dwayne and Susan Anderson, certified pranic healing teachers, will come from Colorado. They're wonderful, wonderful teachers, and they will teach from experience. The list is long. Go to pranichealingbr.com or Pranic Healing Baton Rouge on Facebook.
And you can also go to facebook.com/Baton Rouge Locals Only to get links to everything you've heard about tonight. Thank you for talking with me. Thank you for listening to me. Catch me next Thursday and every Thursday, same place, same time, 96.9 FM, WHYR, Baton Rouge Community Radio.